So for today's video, I kind of wanted to do a different kind of video than my regular kind of videos. Today I want to talk about unemployment in the year 2026. Like, mm, no, to be honest with you guys, like it's been impossible to get a job even before, like when I was in high school, and like I don't know how many jobs I applied, but I applied to like so many to like local establishments like um Dick's Sporting Goods, Target, McDonald's, Giant, Safeway, PetSmart, what else? Um, a bunch of other like I probably forgot, but Amazon, um, Best Buy, like a lot of stores I applied in my younger days, but I never even got a call back. And I feel like that's only gonna get worse now with like AI kind of stealing these medium income jobs because I mean like who right now like realistically who do you know has a job? Uh, And like it's not like a career. It's mostly like a middle income like oh you're a sales associate or whatever. And I don't know, it's just like really hard for some reason. They're like very picky. And like I said, especially with AI now entering the workforce, it's gonna get harder and harder because um, most of those like middle wage minimum wage jobs could honestly be done by like a robot. A cashier could be a robot. Sales associate, like once you walk up to a machine, ask a question, oh, where's it? Where's that? Could be done by machine. Like and stocking could be done by a machine. So like I feel like I've always said, moving forward now, because even back then it was pretty hard to get a job. Like I was still in my prime 18, and I barely could get a job. Luckily, I did get one, but like I said, that employment would only be seasonal, so like a month. And that was Party City is the only one that actually called me. And it was seasonal, so like I didn't really mind, but like, yeah, it was still hard. Like, I still couldn't believe like that Party City was the only one that called me back. And like I keep on repeating, it's just gonna get harder and harder for kids to get these jobs. And maybe some of the, well, maybe I'd say some of the, um, I'd say some of the high-end jobs might get taken too because I mean, honestly, like, if you're someone like consulting, like, there are people that go to college, and like, I just like, try to put yourself in the mindset of like, kid. Let's say you want to be, um, let's say you study for computer science or whatever, and you graduate college. Now you have to find a job that um, actually is in that field. And not only that, they'll probably be like, oh, like, why should we give an opportunity to this freshly out of college kid? Why should I take a chance on you when I could, like, employ like, some AI consulting to do your job for you? So, like, that would, that would honestly, like, erase so much employments. Like, imagine how much employments could be erased. Like, I can think of one consulting could be, I mean, yeah, I just feel like now it's like really hard to get jobs, and it's it's a headache, man. You know, it's the year 2026, and I've been pretty open with my disability. I know it's not big, but it does impact me with pretty much everything, like very hard. Like I know it's illegal for like workplaces to like discriminate because oh he's a disabled kid, but like let's be honest, they'll probably like, the second I walk through those doors and a they see a walker in their mind, it's like okay, we're done with this kid. Like yeah, we gave him a chance, but like if it's gonna be this kid, it has to be like a different kid. We're not gonna give this kid on Walker a chance to be our stalker, even though it's like easy or you know. But I don't know, just like the whole topic of like finding a job, and you know, honestly, I mean, I feel like it's just better to like just be content creator at this point because I mean, like I said before, I feel like going forward in time, maybe like 15 years, 10 years down the road, or even 5, like, we'll see AI start taking a lot of minimum wage jobs. And fairly, that will leave our young generation very confused of like, okay, what do we do now? Because like, in our generation, it was customary for you to go out and get a job. Now, it's like almost mission impossible, get a job. You know, and you know I just feel like the intensity is just gonna go up, up, up until you know there's pretty much no one left that's willing to even work because they've been out of the workforce for so long. So at this point, if any young people are watching, I doubt they are, but if by any chance they are, I do advise you to at least like start like while you're young, like create that YouTube channel, get a camera and start like having fun filming or whatever. Because I mean, you know, in a couple years, that's probably the only job that we, as in the American society, can do. You know, like eventually, it's gonna be the only thing we're tasked to do. Of course, there'll always be that like some high-end job like CEO or something. Um, but those are like gonna be only the ultra wealthy people and like people with like connections. If you're expecting like an average Joe to like get that work, even though he is theoretically he would be qualified. I just think it just like comes down to connection and everything. Um, so yeah, I just feel like it's way better for a young person to you know start social media. Maybe like not videos like what I'm doing, but I don't know, like Instagram account or something because I mean it's getting very like the job market right now is very scarce, and like I said, it's only gonna get worse and worse and more worse and worse until AI totally dominates the whole minimum wage jobs, and you know it's kind of disheartening to see. Like imagine your kid 17 or 16, we'll say 16, you're still in high school junior year, and your mom or dad said, you know what, man, why don't you go out and, you know, apply for jobs? And that's what you do. But then you go to school and you tell your friends, yeah, I'm looking for a job or whatever. And then the response is like, instead of like being like, oh, you're actually looking for one of those, that's, funny or that's cool. Instead of doing that, they'll be like, they'll kind of make fun of you because, you can, instead of, putting your time and effort on finding a job, which feels almost impossible to do now, the the logical thing to do would be to start social media. And I mean, I know I'm repeating myself, but I just really feel like it's really impossible to get a job. And like I've been keep on saying, like it's just gonna get way harder until, God, pretty much. Um, but yeah, that's what I kind of want to talk about. Please like, subscribe, and see you next time. Bye.